And I just want to say that thank you so much for that never-ending introduction, but it was rather embarrassing than flattering. But I would definitely have to say that all the people behind it, Foxy, the entire team that's worked so fervently towards actually bringing about an awareness of how important a woman is, a mother is. And I just think as a woman and as someone who has given birth, it is so important to value yourself. And I just said, I think I had already discussed that, and I'm just reiterating the fact that it comes a lot from conditioning. So we need to condition our children, and I'm not just saying just the girl child, but also the boys, that girls have to be treated with respect. And it is so important that you don't feel apologetic about taking care of yourself. For me, health is something that cannot be compromised. And I'm going to actually share with you my experience of motherhood, or rather my journey to motherhood, and how important the gynac in my life was. She's actually present here, Dr. Coelho. So when I discovered I was pregnant for the first time, I was overjoyed, and then I had a miscarriage. And it was devastating. I thought I'd never get pregnant again. And then I was diagnosed. I mean, someone as healthy as me was diagnosed with something called APLA. It's an antiphospholipid syndrome. I'm sitting in a room of gynecologists, so they would understand what that means. I, as a layperson, didn't know what it meant, but I was very frightened. And I just think that, you know, when we think of motherhood, it should be a very joyous experience, not a fearful one. And the ones that put us at ease are all you wonderful doctors. And you all have that power in your hand to make us feel, you know, important, safe. So I just think this initiative is so, so important. So obviously from there, the second time I got pregnant, there were these tests that were run, and I had my pregnancy. It was a very, very difficult one, but all well worth the effort and the pain and those injections and whatever. But I just think that I was privileged enough to have a team to give me that knowledge, to take care of myself and my child, to have a safe delivery. But how many women are really aware that this care should be like an inalienable right? And I really think that, you know, that's the one thing, because we have ma'am sitting here. I think that really, that whole concept of health and value for health and life has to become like a prerequisite. And that is the only thing that I would urge as a woman for people to recognize. And I really think that we're on the right track, and you know, a lot of gratitude from my heart for the people who came up with Manyata. And I really think that if you stay committed with the way you are, and I think that you have set out with the right intention, that like polio, we have eradicated it. I hope if I can play a catalyst in maybe not eradicating, but definitely bringing down the mortality rate at childbirth. It was really scary. It's literally losing a plane full of people every day. So nearly 46,000 women die every year with childbirth. And it is appalling. So saying that, let me end it on a great note, that thank you all for all the support, all the organizations that have come together with this great intent. And I think where there is great intent, there is always success. So hoping that there is success to